Today I'm here at Admiral Farragut Park with my Prodigy teammate Brandon Brown, and we are going to try to shoot the perfect 18 under playing doubles. This is breaking 40.
Let's do it.
Me and Brandon are going to go to a bunch of different Knoxville courses, try to shoot the perfect round, try to break 40, so make sure you tune in so you don't miss any of those videos.
All right, hole one here at Admiral Farragut. Don't have T signs, so I'm gonna hit these with some rangefinders. 150 feet, probably the shortest hole in the course. Gonna jump putt at PA3.
All right, so it looks like Brandon put it pretty close, so I'm gonna try to give this a little bit of a run. That's the advantage of playing doubles. We can probably give some of these shots some ace runs and give ourselves a little bit of leeway. Oh, terrible run. Decent shot, but awful run.
All right, PA3 got up here about 8 feet. 1 for 1.
All right, hole 2 is 184 feet, dead straight. We're starting out 1 through 1, so our strategy for the rest of the round is Brandon's gonna be throwing off the tee first for the most part. Hopefully put it close and then allow me to throw some ace runs. So let's see what we can do, hole 2.
180 feet, gonna go with the PA5. Just a little standstill. Yikes. All right.
All right, so now my plan has changed a little bit. I'm gonna just try to put it close. Gives ourselves a chance to make the 2.
Good shot, partner.
All right, a little bit long, but good.
All right. I put the pressure on Harper here. Put it about, I don't know, 28 long. See if I can help him out.
Yeah, good putt.
All right, thank you.
I did not want to have to make a putt this early.
All right, hole 3, 250 feet. Pretty much dead straight with about 30 feet of right at the end. Hit the A3 with a little bit of hyzer. All right, about 30 right.
All right, Brandon thinks he's about 30 feet right. Also gonna go with the A3 forehand, just hit a little flatter, a little bit wider. Hopefully you get a little bit of a soft skip, land right by the basket. Oh, also a little tight. Oh, I got a bit of a skip, so maybe 25, 30 feet. All right, like I said, about 25 feet left. A little bit uphill. Make sure I give it the height. Commit. First putt of the day.
Attaboy.
Right in the middle. We're on to hole 5 here, which is about 250 feet. It's slightly over this hill here. You want to throw just like basically a putter that maybe slightly flips up, barely gets over the hill. You don't want to send it too far over. This is plays a little shorter than 250. I'm gonna go with P Model US. Just gotta get left, otherwise it's pretty good. Yeah, should be pretty close.
Solid. All right, Harper got up there, looked like about 20 feet. Gonna go with the P Model US as well. shot though. Good shot of the P-Model US. 4 for 4. All right, hole 5, 198. Straight ahead. I know these holes look short right now, but we're playing shorts on the front 9 and longs on the back 9. So the back 9 is gonna be where it starts to get a little challenging. We should get most of these on the front 9 pretty easily. All right, ace, run it, partner.
All right, I'll never be able to forgive myself if I leave this one low or short, so this is a full send. Off the pole, perfect line. Dang it, a little bit short. All right, looks like mine bounced off the pole to the right about 25. BB landed about 15 feet long. Just clean this up. And that's 5 for 5.
What?
All right, we are 5 for 5. We're on to hole 6, which is about 170 feet. Plays fairly downhill. This one's one of the more technical shots so far, and there's water about 30 feet long in the basket. So I'm just gonna go with a little bit of a straight putter shot, miss that tree in the middle, and hopefully just put it close. P-Model US. If that sits, it's money. All right, it's about 22 feet, should be fine.
Good shot. All right, Harper put that about 20 feet. I'm gonna count that one in for us. Try to give it an ace run with a glow PA3. Pretty stable. Put on some turn, let it flatten out. Not enough. Partner's got me. All right, Harper got us to about 20 feet right here. Play a little partner golf, put it in.
Six for 6, let's go.
Let's do it. All right, hole 7. Getting out in the open here, 280. Just rip on a distortion on hyzer. Kind of a short tee pad here, so controlled on the footwork. A little wide. Oh, that's not a good shot. That's about 40 right.
All right, I don't know what BB was thinking. He called it a wide open hyzer and then put it like 50 feet away. So
Yeah.
we're gonna do a little bit better. I'm gonna go H1, even though it's only 280 because of the short tee pad. Got a little bit of headwind, which I think held up Brandon's shot a bit. So put it wide, good speed control, and hopefully get it close to the basket. Oh no, did I talk a bunch of crap and then do the same? Slightly better, still not great, but
We're making that,
we'll make that putt.
All right, little leaky on these shots. Harper got us to 30. Right to left wind. Let's put her in there. Oh, gosh. All right.
All right, what's the wind read? Was it doing much?
It's a little bit of right to left.
A little right to left. All right. A little bit of right to left wind, slightly uphill. I want to make sure I get my nose angle right and pick the right chain to aim at to really give myself the best chance of making this putt. So I'm aiming on the right side, slight nose down, make sure I'm committing to the putt. A little too right side.
All
right,
right,
we need an ace. We need an ace.
Need an ace. Clean up this par on this little 280-foot hyzer. It's all good. All right, we got our first par on hole 7. So we got some work to do now. Need an ace. Kind of a tricky hole here. You got this straight gap, right gap, and left. I'm gonna take the D1 right out at that limb, make sure I keep it on hyzer. Try to skip it up there close so Harper can give her an ace run. That's money, 10 feet.
All right, since we lost a stroke on the last one, we're really gonna try to ace run some holes to try to catch up the lost ground. I think my best option at acing this basket is going straight through the middle. Plays really uphill for 223, so I'm debating between an Archive and an FX4, but regardless, I'm just gonna try to give it a good run at the basket. Going Archive, straight up the middle. Gotta make sure I commit. Well, it was committed.
That was the line. All right, D1 got here, edge of bullseye, 7 through 8.
All right, we're on to the last hole of the front 9. This is gonna be the last hole where we're playing the shorts. We are 7 down through 8. This is hole 9. It's about 330 feet, slightly uphill on top of some rocks. OB left, tree line right. I'm gonna go with an M4 and try to throw it a little bit on hyzer left of the basket and flip it up, slightly turn to the basket and get it close. Right here, I'm basically aiming at that pole you can see with the green sign, letting the disc do the work to drift off to the right. I don't know why that was the worst shot I've ever thrown. All right, work to do.
All right, Harper leaked a little right on us there. So I got 2 choices, M3, turn, right at it, or a hyzer forehand with a D1. They both work, but I'm feeling a little more confident with a D1. A little more guarantee for a putt, so that's what I'm gonna go with. Give us a chance to get the birdie. Hanging out over the road, try to skip it into circle 1. Oh, bad skip. Probably gonna have about 40. All right, D1 got a pretty rough skip here off the front of that rock face. Probably about 30, I don't know, 39, 40 feet right here. Uphill, a little bit of a gap to hit with some limbs. Oh, I slipped. Wow. Careful right there, it's freaking muddy.
All right, seems like the footwork from here is a little shoddy. I probably won't step this, although the uphill is almost tempting me to a little bit. I'm just gonna make sure I commit this one with the height and the nose angle and make sure I get the right angle on my putt. I feel like I have a good chance to make it. Chance for redemption here.
Oh.
Just need to go a little higher.
That easy. 7 through 9.
Yikes.
Got some work to do.
Got work to do.
All right, On to the longs. 7 out of 9 on the fronts. A little disappointing, but we're gonna keep it real with you guys, not restart. I got a understable P Model US here and an MX2 for the flex forehand. The flex forehand is definitely the bigger gap because of this first squirrely one, but I feel a little more confident with the backhand putter right now. So I'm gonna stick with the confidence again. A little tighter line, but make it work.
This hole's about 210, just around the corner.
Oh, caught one late, probably 35.
All right, I'm gonna be going with the flex forehand line with the A3. Honestly, the main reason is I'm really confident with the shot and I think it shapes well for the hole. So I'm gonna try hit this left gap, a little bit Anheuser, soft speed control so it kind of comes out of the fade before it cuts too far to the left. Missed the gap, just a little bit off on that one. All right, we're about circle's edge and got a little bit of this tree in the way, but pretty open putt overall.
Ooh. Solid run. This is honestly one of the hardest holes on the longs. It's real short, but very technical. So this putt right here would go a long way, getting us at least close to that 17, 18 number, respectable. Gosh, dang it. All right, hole 2 long. Probably about 300.
This shot's gonna be slight turnover putter, about 300 feet, slightly uphill. Looks like did a terrible job tracking that, but should be within about 30 feet. Seems like Brandon is about 30 feet long right of the basket, so I'm gonna throw the same disc, P Model US, slight turnover, and just try to hit the top of the hillside and hopefully just slide right to the basket. Give us a close one, and then maybe the other holes we can ace run. Or maybe I'm just being delusional, but I'm just gonna try to put this close. Accidentally threw a great ace run, so hopefully we can make one of those.
All right, I got about 35 here, just outside circle. Kind of a weird lie. Circle 2s have not been falling so far. See if we can change that. Just commit.
Good putt.
Thank you.
That's what we needed right there. All right, through 11 holes, we're 8 under. We're on to hole 3 long, which is about 250 feet straight through this gap, slight hyzer. As long as you get through the initial gap and have a decent angle, should have a look at the basket. This might be one of the few ones on the back 9 where we can ace run it. So I'm gonna try to put this close, see if BB can't give it an ace run. Looks pretty close.
All right, Harper just bullseyed it. That means I gotta go for the ace, P Model US. Push the upper part of that gap with some hyzer. Give it a chance.
Come on, do it. Oh, good run, good run.
All right, Harper put the PA1 to about 15. Cleaned it up for him.
Good putt.
Thank you. All right, this is the only one. It doesn't have a tee pad, 4 long. You can see where everyone throws though, right here in this dirt. We are 9 through 12. Got about a 270 foot downhill shot. Go hyzer distortion. Little right, probably snuck in, circle's edge.
All right, I'm gonna throw a similar shot. I throw a PA1 when BB throws a distortion, pretty similar shots for us. I'm gonna try to just give it a little bit more height. I think his line was great, so just give it like a couple feet more height and we should be real close. All right, that's either in the basket or...
in.
Oh!
Oh my God.
Oh my!
Off the nubs, off the chains.
Oh, everything but in. Brutal.
All right, after Harper bounces it off the nubs, up in the chains, rolled over here at about 12 feet, just put it in.
All right, we are on to hole 5 from the longs. It is 280 feet, as straight as you can get. Pretty tight gap, not too low of a ceiling, so any kind of putter shot that goes right down the middle is great. I think I'm gonna go with my P Model US, just try to get it dead straight down the fairway. A little too much hyzer, but it was a good line, so it should be fine. Bounce and a roll, probably 25, 30 feet.
All right, Harper's up there about 25 feet. There is a little bit of a ceiling halfway down the fairway that keeps the putter from really being able to ace run it, so I'm gonna go with the M4 just a little bit faster. And before y'all start roasting me in the comments, I know dryer screwed up my vinyl on my shirt. Gotta get a new one. Just a little bit of hyzer, commit to the line. Too much hyzer. Ended up being a good shot, 15 right.
All right, BB put it about 8 feet, M4, we'll tap in. And that puts us to 11 through 14. 4 holes left, gotta make something happen.
All right, hole 6 long, 260 downhill, water behind it. Another one of the tricky ones on the longs. I'm gonna take my P Model US, hit it on some turn, try to dig it into the ground. Get some ground play up to it. Don't really need any power, so I'm gonna go stand still and just spin it in there. A little bit of a headwind now, so I'm gonna throw it a touch flatter and let the headwind drift it over. Money, bullseye.
Great shot.
Thank you. I just bullseyed it. I'm talking Harper into.
I mean,
there's water 10 behind it. He needs an ace.
I mean, we have nothing to lose except for the disc in my bag that I dearly love.
That's what you're sponsored for. Come on.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. I mean, I have to send it. I just got to figure out how.
I like the turn P Model US right at it.
I agree. I was between that and like an A5 forehand, but I'm thinking this is the move. All right. The headwind is making it a little trickier, but I want to commit to the height and like driven.
He just needs to hit that gap right to the right of the V tree. Let it float in there. Turn.
All right, it's driven.
Oh, chain high, just
very happy with that run, just a little off.
That was a good shot. All right, parked it with the P Model US. 12 through 15.
Another thing that's nice about this round is me and Brandon have a lot of the same discs and we have similar bags, so we can kind of like riff off of each other's lines. So that definitely helps, especially like if one of us makes a mistake or even just to like copy a good line, like we're both going P Model US there, kind of helps to just like have a reference on every hole pretty much.
Yeah. Especially when we go to these pro tours and we don't get as many practice rounds as a lot of these guys, since we're just bouncing in a few days before the tournament starts. It kind of helps to have two people we know exactly what their discs do to get more reads on the holes before the tournament starts.
Yeah. We are on to hole 8 on the longs. We are 12 down through 15, or no, this is hole 7 from the longs. Hole 7 on the longs. We are 12 down through 15, 370 feet, slightly uphill, dealing with a little bit of headwind. I'm gonna be going with my most overstable D2. Honestly, with this wind, it's kind of a full power hyzer. I just don't, the only mistake I wanna make sure I don't make is getting the disc high and nose up, because it will make me miss short left into this headwind. So I'm gonna make sure I throw on hyzer, give it the width, but trust it on a flat nose angle on hyzer, and really drive it towards the basket. That's what I'm focusing on here. Aiming on this second pole to the right of the road is kind of my aiming point. Spin and like moderate height and nose angle. Should get me real close. Oh, it's a little inside, but it's short. It's kind of hard to tell how far. I would guess that's about 30 feet, a little bit of a tester into the headwind.
Kind of a tough hole today with this headwind, 380, a little uphill. Kind of testing my overstable hyzer distance, but I'm gonna trust it. Short left, 2 nose up. Yep.
All right, me and Brandon were both about 30 feet short. Mine was a little bit more in line with the basket, so we're gonna take it 30 feet, slightly downhill, a little bit of headwind. Actually a decent bit of headwind. Kind of a must make.
Great putt.
That's a good make right there. We needed that.
Hole 8 on the longs. We got 275 uphill. Super uphill, probably plays more like 320. Take a Lavy D1, put out there high on hyzer. Kind of one of those holes that you can ace run it since it's coming in at a spike angle. A little bit of a tail. Too wide. At 28.
I'm gonna go with a similar line, similar disc, old 400S D1. Forehand, I'm gonna try to keep this one a little bit more inside, maybe even a little bit lower, just so I can give it a chance at the ace.
All right, we're both about 25 feet away. Harper's got slightly downhill, I got uphill. We'll go with the downhill. $14
All right,
down.
we are now, what would that be?
14.
14 through 17.
All right, last hole, 9 long, probably the hardest hole in the course. 420 feet OB left the whole way. We are 14 through 17. So didn't quite get to our 18 goal, but get this one, respectable 15. I'm going with a D6 roller here. I'm gonna try to cover probably about at least 250 feet before it hits the ground. Slight cut, let it stand up and hit the rock face in front of the basket. If it doesn't jump, it stays circle's edge. If it does jump, it can get up there close. A little bit of a tailwind. Stay cut. Not enough cut. All right. Good rock play, about 30 footer.
All right, we've got a little bit of right to left wind. I'm thinking just throw my FX4, I'm real confident with it. Just to the right of the basket, real flat, just have it push the whole time, get a little bit of fade, put it close. Focusing on my aiming point, real specific with that, and then also getting my angle just dead flat. That stays up in the air, it's great. Oh wow, turned, oh good kick.
Oh.
Looks like we got a couple of 30 footers. All right, BB's roller put us right at 25 feet, a little bit uphill. If we can hit this putt, close out at 15 under for the round.
Attaboy.
There it is.
All right,
Not
15
bad,
down.
not bad. All right guys, thanks for watching our first round, trying to shoot perfect at Admiral Farragut. We ended up shooting 15 down. What's next on the schedule?
All right, after that disappointing 15, it was a little tricky out here, all par threes. We were probably thinking of getting 16, 17 birdies, maybe an ace. Up next, we'll be going to Victor Ash and kind of playing a mixed layout with par fours, par fives, some eagle opportunities in that 450 to 500 foot range, maybe even a 1,000 footer on hole 3. But give us about 2 weeks for that because we're heading out to the Pro Tour. I'm going to Waco this week. You're going to Austin next week.
Speaking of Waco, that will be the first chance for you guys to take a peek at our signature discs. What do you have this year?
I got a feedback coming out. Pretty sweet stamp. I'm super excited about it. Project killed it with it. What do you got?
I got an FX4. So maybe once we get those, we'll do a little signature disc battle. I think that'd be good too.
Let's do it.
All right, appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you subscribe to see the rest of our videos.
See you guys.